participated in saying your name where it's from Jamaica. We obviously have Nigeria in the house. We have Memphis, Tennessee, Houston, Texas, Cayman Islands. And I see we have some of our UK family on the line as well. They didn't give us their name, but I know they're in the house. And we also have Trinidad and Tobago in the house. So we're very excited to have people from so many different areas. Okay, so my name, as I said before, Dr. Harry Benjamin. I'm streaming to you through Houston. And I grew up in Jamaica, became a medical doctor there. Soon after, distributed automobiles, left the medical field for the automobile industry. My wife and I spent 16 years in that industry, quite well. We did some real estate in the US, which didn't turn out the way we expected. We ended up having to get into network marketing, which turned out to be great. We've been involved in the industry now for 14 years. 3 years ago, we got introduced to the idea of trading the financial markets. This has been a major game changer for us and many people who are now starting to recognize that one of the best things you could do is to learn how to trade, right? So I started off to trade the financial markets, I should say, not just trade. We trade many things, but trade the financial markets. So I started off my journey with XtreamFX Forex Academy as an affiliate, and I registered back in 2020 with a little bit over $100. Got started with the community and went on to earn money based on building a team of customers and business partners in the company. All right, company pays us money for doing that. You could do the very same thing you choose to as well, as you may not. It's totally voluntary, whether you want to be an affiliate or not. So $168 to get registered or $249, plus you now have our trade and travel package for $299. Very exciting service that we now offer. I'll mention that briefly as we go. So you could be compensated greatly. Some of us already earn commissions within our community, $500 a month, $1,000, $2,000. We have people who have earned as high as $5,000 per month in our company. And now we're pushing towards helping members to get to the $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 ranks in our compensation plan. This compensation plan pays you commissions based on marketing our services to people around the world. As you heard, if you were at the beginning, people are on here from diverse countries, from Europe, Africa, the Caribbean, and North America. So we do definitely have a very diverse community already, even just on this call, but we have a very diverse community overall. So XtreamFX Global Academy is the foundation of what we do in terms of trading education. We also have our health and wellness product line. And we recently added our travel product where you could go to our website and book and get discounts of up to 80% off hotels, rental cars, and cruises. That tab will soon show up on our website. They're programming that in as we speak. So it's a very exciting season for us, and we're very thrilled about what it is that we offer. Let's talk more so about our education today than our trade and travel segment or our health and wellness product line. So we won't emphasize our health and wellness product line today or our travel website today. Those are other components of Xtream, and definitely very good services that you could use for your benefit or market to people and make money. All right, so Forex education, learn about tapping into a 7 trillion. Somebody type trillion in the chat, just in case my accent throws the word off, right? Type trillion, because I want you to know I'm talking about big money, right? You know, as we would say in Jamaica, big money, right? So $7 trillion, right? Trillion with a T. And we also have our native binary options, our Xtream Safe Trade product. If you choose to come into our community and be a student only, you could use our $99 per month level, $89 per month level, or $159 per month level. These are student packages. If you want to come in, pay monthly to learn how to trade the financial markets. History has shown us that some people do well. We have 2 students who have done over $1 million in income after a year of being involved in the education. But we also have many students who didn't earn. Okay, just being upfront with you about that. Learning how to trade is a steep learning curve. It is not easy. Okay, I'm just telling you up front. It's not easy. So when we got the safety trade system back in April, it turned out to be a big asset to students. It's a huge, huge advantage over what the education allowed us to achieve beforehand. right now we have many people who have never traded before, who have come to our community, joined us to get the education, and bought the safety trade system, and they have been able to go on to start earning money in their first 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, unheard of. The number of people that are succeeding right now is beautiful. I mean, I'm not using words to hype the thing, because the safety trade system is what it is, okay? There are many people who are right now earning $100 a day, $150, $20. There are people who are earning 1,000, 2,000. There's one guy this morning, he earned a few $1,000s on a live call that I was on using the system. So the system is amazing. There's no question about it. I'm going to emphasize a little bit about it today. That's the main reason why we're here for this presentation. The safety trade system will cost you the paltry sum. I'm going to, let me be polite. It will cost you $599, right? I'm not saying it's paltry, because $600, depending on where in the world you live, it could be small, it could be a lot. So $599 for the year. The beautiful thing, that's only $50 a month, but it's just that you pay it up front. And then you can pay $75 per month to receive signals using what's called our scanner. So let's look at the safety trade system and show you what it looks like. I'm gonna just bring this up right here. And let me use the gold. All right, so Tashana is gonna help me as a non-trader. Tashana's never traded before. So if Tashana can understand how to use the system, and if you're on here and you've traded before, then guess what? You're gonna blow this up, right? So Tashana, are you out there? If you can unmute for me.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. So where in Jamaica do you live, or where in Jamaica are you from?
I'm from Kingston.
Okay, so you're from Kingston and live in Kingston?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Nice. I lived in Kingston for quite a while, maybe about 16 years. All right. Great city, wonderful city. The Hellshire Beach and all of that, just amazing. All right, I'm sure you go to Hellshire Beach quite regularly, right?
No, Hellshire is so nice again.
Say that again.
Hellshire is not that nice anymore.
Really? Okay. All right. I haven't been in Jamaica for years, so but the fishing festival is still good.
Yes, that's still good.
All right. Well, if that part is good, I'm not worried about the beach. All right, cool. I don't eat fish anymore, but anyway, that's another story. Let me not get distracted. We're here to talk about money, and we're talking about people that Hellshire. All right. So let's get down to business, Tasha. All right. So you're here because you would like the idea of trading and making money from trading, right?
Yeah.
All right, great. Now, here's the simplicity of trading. Let me just make it as simple as I possibly can, right? So if you see, do you see these green and red things going up here, like going up like a hillside? Do you see that happening?
Yes.
All right, so this is what's called a chart, okay? And this chart is showing an item called gold versus the US dollar. You've probably heard of people buying gold and selling gold and making money on the international market. Have you ever heard about that?
No.
All right. Have you ever heard about people buying like stocks and bonds and making money on it? All right. So buying gold and selling gold is similar to buying stocks and stuff like that, right? So in today's world, you could download a free app and open what's called a broker account. A broker is like, you've probably heard of stockbrokers, right? Where you could call up a stockbroker and tell him that you want to buy Amazon stock, right? And you may want to hold on to it because you believe the price is going to go up. And if the price goes up, you make money, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So in the world of trading, in today's world, you could download the app, you could open an account with a broker, and you could trade these financial assets around the world. Whether it is stocks, whether it is what we call currency pairs, whether it's commodities like gold, oil. You've probably heard of people trading oil on the international market. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So on right here right now, we could literally trade oil. Let me just even show you oil, right? US oil, right? So see, it says, did I type it right? USOIL. Right here, see, WTI crude oil, right? So you could literally trade it on your laptop. or your phone, right? And I'm going to show you right now how you could have taken a trade on oil and made some money, right? We're going to look at that. Would you like to take a look at that, Tashana? To see how that would have been possible?
Yeah, sure.
All right, great. All right. So here's the simplicity of it. It's a very simple system that we use. It's color coded, right? And if you could actually just simply see these colors and identify them, you could make some money. So on the screen, we agree that this is US oil on this chart, right? And if you open a broker account, if you tell the broker that you want to buy some of this or you want to take what we call a sell position of some of this, all right? So let's just take a little look at what is going on here with this. And let's say, like at this point, do you see my mouse right here?
Yeah.
Okay, do you see the number, that white number over to the right that's going up and down?
Yeah.
All right, great. So wherever this number is, that's the price of oil at that point in time. So if we went up, these things called they're called candles. These green things and red things are called candlesticks and wicks, right? So if you are down at the bottom of this candle, the number is right now 72.99. At the top of it, it's 73.14. And then it went up to 73.25, and then it went up to 73.32. Do you see that?
Yeah, so that's at the top.
Great. So what happens is that if you bought it down here for 72.99 and sold it up here for 73.32, the difference between this and this is your profit. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Right, wonderful. Now there's something else that's quite unique about trading, which is different from regular business in the sense of the word. The market allows you to do take what's called a sell position. And the broker is willing to pay you the difference in the value up here and down here as your profit. Okay, we call it a sell. So if you knew that the market is up here right now, you see the market up here, the price is up here 73.77, and you believe it's going to go down. You believe based on your studies, your understanding of the market is going to go down. And if it does, and you tell the broker to open up your trade as a sell, if it goes down, the broker would have to pay you the difference between up here and wherever it is that you close the trade. Let's say you closed it down here. So the difference from 73.77 down to 73.05 or 04. So that's about 73 points that the broker would owe you if you won that trade. Is that clear?
Yes.
So you could make money when these red ones are going down, if you're correct, and you could make money when these green ones are going up. But here's the challenge to that. If you said to the broker, okay, you believe you chose it right here, right? Let's say you chose it, I'm putting the screen right here. So let's say you saw these 3 red candles going down, and you said, you know what? I believe this is going to continue going down. It looks like it's going down, right? Because you saw the red one, a second one, a third one. So it looks like it's going down, right? And you open up a trade and you told the broker to put me in a sell because it's going to keep going down. And then guess what happened? It went up. So if it goes up instead of going down and it goes against what you said, you lose money. But if it goes in your direction, you make money. Is that clear so far?
Yeah, so basically if it goes up and you thought it would go down, you'd have to pay the broker.
Yes, you'll be paying the broker. But if you said it's going down and it goes down, the broker pays you. Is that clear?
Okay.
All right, so it's a very simple up and down system, very simple. Now here's the thing. A lot of people are putting hours of study, analysis, trying to figure out which direction these assets, because they are what they call financial assets, whether it's gold, whether it's oil, whether it's silver, whether it's you've probably heard of these big stocks. I don't know if you've ever seen on CNN where they say NAS 100 or the S&P 500. Have you ever heard them talk about that on the news, that Dow is up, the Dow is down? Have you ever heard them speak about that?
No, because I don't really watch the news.
All right, good girl. All right, so news can cloud your mind with all sorts of fear and nonsense. So I'm with you on that, right? I can relate. All right. So here's the thing, right? Here's the simple thing. If you believe that what we call the Dow is the top, I think it's the top 500 companies in the United States bundled together as what they call an index. And you could buy a piece of it and sell a piece of it at any point in time, Monday through Friday, using these brokers, okay? Right now, we're looking at oil. So here's how the system gives us a huge advantage. Everybody out there, this system is a game changer. Tashana, I mean it. It's a game changer. Because if you can have a system that can tell you if the market is going to go up or going to go down, do you think that would help you to win some trades? Just based on what we just discussed. If you have a system that you know can help you to know if the market is going to go up or know if the market is going to go down, that would be helpful to you.
Yeah.
Right. So that is what we have. We have a system to help us to identify, is the market going up or is the market going down? Very, very, very simple. And it gives us in a color-coded manner. So let's look at right here. Let's look at right here. Okay. There's so many of them. All right. There's so many of them. So many of them. Right. We could start here. Let's start right here. Do you see where these red, green things look like they're going down? You see that they're kind of, generally, it's kind of trending down. Do you notice that?
Yes.
Right. So here's what we call a trend, right? This is a trend, look like it's going down. But what we have is a system to give us 4 indicators that's going to tell us when we can go in for a trade to take a sell position because it looks like it's going down. We do not want to guess if it's going to go down. We want to have clarity on whether it goes down or not. So here is our system. I'm trying to find a red arrow. Blah, blah, blah. All right, let's start here. Okay, so let's start right here. So where this is, right? Where this is, right? This right here. Somebody's unmuted. Hey, BB, if you're still out there, I'd love to make you co-host so you could help me with keeping people muted. Let me deputize somebody else, right?
No
One more person. All right, my sister. I know we can count on you, know.
Absolutely.
All right. So back to you, Tasha. Right. So do you see this red line and yellow line here? Do you see the 2 of them kind of beside each other? Do you see them?
Yes.
Okay, so those are called moving averages. You learn that in class if you join us, right? You learn the names of these different lines. And then these candles right here, do you agree with me at this point they are above that line? Yes or no?
That the candles are above the line, the yellow line?
Yes. Do you agree with me on that? Right here, where my mouse is.
Only some of them, not all of them. Only some of them.
Not all of them. Right. But some of them are above, right? Most of them are above. Let me say, are most of them above the line? Right. Good. So that's the first thing that we would notice. So that's the first thing that we're going to note of 4 things that we're looking for. Along with the 5th thing, which is the logo. The logo is really the primary thing, but we won't dive into that today. We're going to just show the simplicity of the system, and later on you can learn about logos. All right. The second thing we're going to look for is either a green up arrow or a red down arrow. Do you see a green up arrow and a red down arrow on the screen?
Where?
To the right. Do you see 2 arrows, a red one and a green one? A red one pointing down and a green one pointing up. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
Great. So what that means is that there's a possible buy or a possible sell coming up, right? But for us to have a buy, everything down here would have to be there are 3 lines down here. I'm going to expand this to see these 3 lines. Do you see these 3 horizontal lines?
Yes.
All right. So if there's going to be a buy, mean green arrow means buy, red arrow means sell. But for that to happen, these 3 lines need to be green, like this arrow. Or in this case, we have the red down arrow and all 3 lines are now red. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Great. And then the next thing that we need to have happen is that there's right here, there's this set of bars, these bars right here, right? Where these bars are, we need for them to also to be, well, I'll come back to that. But you see these bars. So we notice the three red lines are down here. They kind of bunch together because I squashed the screen. But you can now see these bars. Do you see these bars?
Mm-hmm.
All right, wonderful. So let's count our indicators now. I'm going to count them off. So we have three down here. 1, 2, 3, right? Then we have these bars. We have these bars. That becomes number 4. And then these two lines together, that red that turn green and red and then turn back to green. This is number 5. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5. 4. Oh, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't even call properly, right? I'm trading. All right. So Tashana, let's get back to business. So 3 lines at the bottom, right? You see these 3 lines down here? We saw the 3 lines, right? Correct?
Yeah, I saw the 3 lines.
And then the histogram bars make 4. And then these 2 lines here with this green one, there's a little green piece in the middle, makes 5. Those are 5 indicators. The 3 horizontal lines, the bars right here, and this right here. So this is what we need to have happen. Now we're working with the possibility of what we call a sell, because there's a red arrow on here. So what we need to have happen is that we need for the 3 lines at the bottom to stay red. Okay, we need for the 3 lines at the bottom to stay red, which they are red. We need for the histogram bars to change from red to green. And we need for this red one to stay red to be able to do a sell trade. Right now it's red turn green, so that's not perfect. But let's keep moving to see if we found it. All right, so right here, we see where the 3 lines are red, the bars are red, and this is red. Do you see that? Right here. Do you see that, Tashana? The 3 lines, they're bunched together down here as one line, and then the bars are red, and then this is red. Do you see that?
Yeah.
All right, and then we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for the bars to turn green while everything else stays red. Unfortunately, it didn't right there. So that right there don't look like a nice spot. Let me come back up here. Oh, here's a perfect one. Here's a perfect one that happened earlier today. Okay. All right. This one is better. This one is much better. All right. So we see here where the red arrow was up here. Do you see the red arrow was up here?
Yes.
Okay. Do you notice most of the candles were above the red and yellow lines, right? Okay. And then it came down. And then everything here was all red. We could see clearly that our 3 lines are red. You could see that, right? Our 3 lines are red, right? Am I correct? 1, 2, 3 are red, correct? Okay, and I'm shrinking this down again. And then the bars are red. Do you agree with me that the bars are red?
Yes, they are.
Okay, and then the number 5 indicators called the BOC, these 2 lines here. Do you agree with me that they are red? All right, so we're gonna go across oh man, what did I just do? All right, got it back. All right, so we're just gonna go across here now. All right, across here now, and we waited for the red bars to turn green. Do you see where the red bars turn green? And then down here, our line is still red, and then these 2 are still red. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
All right, great. Now is the time we can put in an order to do a sell trade. So we're going to put in a sell trade below our yellow line. You could put it on the yellow line or on the red line, depending on, yellow lines are conservatives, the red line is aggressive. All right, so let's say, do you consider yourself an aggressive person for business or conservative?
I said conservative.
All right, so you go with the yellow line, all right, and not the red. Okay, aggressive business people out there, you can go for the red. So here's the thing. What we need to have happen, Shana, is that right now you could see the green candles are up here, right? You notice that?
Yes.
All right, so we need for them to turn around, come back down and touch your blue line, and that opens the trade. And if it touches your second line, you'd make the money between the top line and the bottom line. You got that? As a sell.
Yeah.
You got that, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's go forward in time to see if that happens. All right, let's go forward in time. So we're moving forward in time right now. Do you see the candles look like they're coming down? but they haven't come to your blue line yet. So let's go ahead to see if they reach there. Oh, wow, they got there, right? What happened here? What happened here? Did it come and touch your line and touch the bottom one?
Yes, it did.
Yes. That's the simplicity of the safety trade system. That's a winning sell trade. What we look for is this perfect setup, right? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for down here, right? Oops, what did I just do? Oops. All right, we're looking for down here. We're looking for down here for these 3 lines to stay red, right? In this case, we're looking for our sell 3 lines to stay red. We're looking for our histogram bars. I keep just touching the wrong thing. But you know, you're looking for histogram bars, right? To turn from red to green, which in this case it did right here. And then once that happens, that's when you put in the order. And you put it close to the yellow line, right? Or sometimes on the yellow line or the red line for the aggressive folks, right? And for those who know how about trading, you know that the closer to here you are, the more money you can make. But you have to be a little careful with that, all right? In trading, you'll understand why, okay? And then for those who want to wonder where you put your stop loss, you're going to put your stop loss above this reversal point here, all right? And the stop loss, Tashana, is a loss position that if the trade turns around and goes against you, you'll only lose the money between here and this and where my mouse is. Okay, so it doesn't cause you to waste your entire account. You could limit how much money the broker will take from you in each trade. So it's a really beautiful concept of being able to trade using your phone, a laptop. You're just simply making money. So this line to this line on oil, that's 74.55 minus 74.4. So that's 15 points you would have made from this line to this line. 15 points. Now, if the broker pays you $1 per point, and you said to the broker, when you're doing the trade to Sham, you said to the broker, pay me $1 per point. How much would you make from that trade?
15.
Yes, girl. All right. What if you tell the broker, pay me $10 per point? How much would you make?
For the 15 points, that are 150.
Exactly. And then if you tell the broker, pay me $100 per point, how much would you make?
1,500.
Hey, the girl know our money. All right. So do you see how simple this is? It's a system that gave you the data. It's not you trying to analyze the market. It's not you trying to decide, you know, when you should, when you shouldn't. It's just simply a system that gives us this data. So let's look to see if every time this setup, we call right here a setup. 3 reds, 1 green, 2 reds, right here. That's a sell. So let's go back to see if we see some other ones, right? Let's just go back. We could scroll back and see if we see some other ones. And then here's another one. Do you see this one right here? The reds are here, the green is here, the red is here. Do you notice that? Right here where my mouse is.
Yeah.
All right, do you notice that there were some red candles that went down afterwards? Yeah, let's go back again to see it's happening right here again. It's happening right here again, all right? This one, or 2 lines up here are green, so this is not a good example. But let's look for the green example now. All right, so down here, Tashana, we have the green, 3 green lines. You notice that the lines are green now.
Yeah.
All right, so in this case, we're going to look for what's called a buy. So what we need to have happen is that we need for the green bars to turn to red. And whenever that happens, that tells us that we can put in a buy order. Okay? So if we look here, the 3 lines here are green, right? Then this blob of red came, and then these 2 stayed green. You notice that?
Yeah.
So you see that the candles were going down here, where this turned red, and then what happened soon after? You notice that the market went back up, right? And then it happened here again. Do you notice that?
Yes.
And then the market went back up, right?
Yeah.
You notice it happening over here again. 3 greens and a red, and then these 2 green, right? And then the market did what? Went back up. So this system gives you the setup as to when this is happening. And that's what's so amazing about the system. Now I'm going to go over to what's called our scanner. Now what the scanner does, it sends you and I a message to tell you when a particular asset has that setup, that same setup, red, 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 green, red, or green, 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 red, green. That's the setup. Very simple setup. So here's USD JPY. What do you believe USD JPY? Do you think you would tell me what those those 6 letters mean? You could separate them. What do you know? You know USD, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
US.
What do you think JPY stands for?
No.
It's country far over the east side of the planet.
Japan.
See, you see it? You already know how to do this, right? It's what? Talking like you know it. Come on. It's JPY. What do you think it stands for?
I don't know.
Wait, let's try. Just guess. Let's guess. You don't have to. Say that again.
So, Japan currency?
Yeah. This thing not hard.
Okay.
So US dollar versus the Japanese yen. So we literally can come here and put in USD JPY, which stands for US dollar Japanese yen. You see it right here? US dollar / the Japanese yen. So you could literally come and trade it if you know when it's going to go up and when it's going to go down, right? And here on what's called a 5-minute time frame, the system, the scanner, just showed a red arrow going, a green arrow going up, right? The system just showed us that. So when the system shows us that, we can come here, open up the chart, put this on a 5-minute. You get some chance to practice. You're not going to be thrown into the deep to swim, right? But you get a chance to practice. But we already went over, you know that these 3 lines need to be green, right?
Yes.
Right. The histogram bars need to be red, turn from green to red. And then these 2 lines need to stay green. And when this happens, you're going to now put in your order just above either on the yellow line or the red line, depending on your aggressiveness or conservative nature. And then you're going to go for 1, 2, 3 pips as a beginner. And then later on down, we could go for more pips when we're intermediate level or advanced. You get some training on how to do that. So here's a scanner calling out a trade again. Could you read this part for everybody? Just read this right here.
Well done. I don't know. Yeah, all right, yeah, I've seen it better now. Hold on. So that's saying new safe to trade, Euro USD, MIBS1.
All right, so Euro USD. So you already know Euro USD. Isn't that cool? So here's the system telling you that on the M1, which means 1-minute time frame, there's a buy stop that meets the #1 criteria. Okay, so let's go to our chart and we're going to look for Euro USD. All right, I'm finding it. I already have it saved here. And then we drop down to the 1-minute time frame. Okay, so what it's telling us right away is that you could go ahead and do a buy order, right? Which it already looks like it's already going off already. But you could see down here where most likely these 3 lines bunched together are all green, the little blob of red, and then these 2 lines stay green. And what you're waiting on is for these candles to come up above your line and go through the top line and then maybe a second. All right, that's going to give you a winning buy trade. But we're close to the end of the day, and it's not recommended that we try to trade at the end of the day. Sometimes I'll see a trade that I'll take, but most times I won't. And in this case, I would. Okay. So this is just simply how the system works. The system is I call this the boss system, man. The system is just so simply amazing. Amazing what it does. This scanner, look how many trades it's giving out right here just before the close of the market. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1-minute trades that is calling out. And if you look down here, you'll notice that there were some red and yellow blobs that were beside them. That means the trade is less than a minute. And then after 5 minutes, these red and green arrows start going up and down. They become steady like this. So you could use this to trade multiple assets, right? And you already know about USD JPY. You already know about Euro USD, oil. We're just looking at oil. So you're making progress already, and you're just completely new to the idea of trading. So this can be learned by anybody. Anybody can learn this. This is not rocket science. This safe trade system makes the whole trading process simpler and easy. You know, identifying the trades, just being willing to follow the system. And if we do that, we could literally start making money in a relatively acceptable time frame. Some people within their first couple of months, a month, some people in their 6 months, 8 months. It just depends on the individual, all right? We don't put any time frames on when you will learn it, but that's simply how that works. So if this goes up, the candle goes up and through these lines, you'd make some money on this. If they don't touch the bottom line, if they don't come up and touch the bottom line after you open the trade, then it doesn't put you into the trade. All right. If it continues going down, you don't lose any money because it doesn't open the trade. But if it comes up and touches this line, once it touches this line, the trade is open. If it goes up above the line, you're now in profit. And if it goes all the way to the second line, you made the difference between here and there. And you can always move this up top line closer or further away, you know, depending on how much money you're trying to make. But you get some training on how to go about that. So we have a really great system, everybody, that anybody could buy, learn how to use. We have teenagers that are already using this thing well. People in their senior years are doing well. People in between. We have people who one guy has already bought a Bentley. One guy has already bought a Bentley. One guy has already bought a, two guys who are homeless are no longer homeless. One gentleman has earned over 1.4 million. One of our members earned over $10,000 in a day using the system. Another one over $6,500 in a day using the system. Many members are doing 90%, 95% success rate on their trades. And that's really huge. That's amazing. That's unheard of in trading. The professional traders do an average of 66% success rate on their trades. And here we have a system helping people to do 90 to 95% success rate, documented. So we have a boss system, guys. And all you have to do is come and learn how to use it. It's affordable. It's only $50 a month. You have to pay up front $5.99. And we're up. So Tashana, that was awesome. That was awesome. Do you have any questions for me? You did a great job, by the way. For real.
No,
all right.
I don't have any questions right now. I
No
think it's
questions
something,
right now.
you know, get practice on and stuff like that. But it was really interesting.
All right, nice. So you know, so it's just like learning anything, learning how to drive a car, learning how to, you know, just tie our shoelace, right? It's just about learning something new, and this system makes the learning curve much shorter because you're given the setup, and that's the hardest part. The hardest part in trading is to know when to buy and when to sell. That's the hardest part. And here we're given the setup, and we also have a scanner to tell you multiple assets that you could trade. Okay. So the scanner is $75 per month for the system to send you messages on when you could trade or give you the updates on when you could trade. And the other aspect is this setup, the system that gives you the setups. You pay $599. It's loading onto trading view, and then you convert your trading view to look like this. All right. Once you have purchased the system, your trading views. Man, without it, I wouldn't even want to try. I wouldn't even want to try trading without safety trade anymore. After having had safety trade, I would not want to go back to not having it. Honestly, it's too good. It's too good. It's too amazing. All right. It simplifies our life. It gives you a higher rate of success. It moves away the anxiety associated with will I win, will I lose? You know, it's just a powerful system. All right. Very, very, very powerful system. Thank you, Tashana. Let's put some hearts and some fires in the chat for Tashana. She was so helpful and new to the space of trading, and she literally knocked it out of the park, right? Made it clear that the system is not difficult to use. All right. All right, Raj, I see you unmute yourself. All right, so anyone else out there with a question? If I could help you with a question, that would be great. Anyone with a question?
So if we are not, you know, as conservative as Tashana, what if we're aggressive? Then how do we enter that?
You enter that off the red line.
New safety
So the red line is the aggressive trader, the yellow line is the conservative trader.
So you put it on the red line.
Yes, you put your opening. So instead of waiting for it to come up here to put you in the trade, you put your line down here.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get into the trade quicker, faster. You got that? Because what happens is that if you have to wait for the market to come back up here, then you know the market has to move from down here to come up here to put you in the trade. But if
Yeah,
you got that right. So you're simply just getting into the trade faster. That's the difference, really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm an aggressive trader, so you know I even enter my trades below the red line. That's if the market like let's look at another asset. Let's look at another asset here, right? Let's look at something else. Let's look at USD share, right? So here's a sell. Okay, here's a sell setup. So I wouldn't wait for it to come back down below these two lines. I would get my entry up here. That's where I take my entry. So I'd enjoy more of this rather than I'd wait for it to come down below this yellow line or green line. Okay, because those are the 2 points of entry. The conservative people do the green line, which is below, and the yellow line above. That's conservative people. The conservative ones always go for the line below, and the ones so aggressive go for the line above. And when you have some training under your belt and you understand what to do, you know how to run behind this when it's going up and wait for it to take you in coming down. All right, but it's a little tricky to run behind it because it could put you into the trade when you do not want to be in the trade, and you could end up losing money. But you get some training and practice on that. But the safe place to trade is from these two lines. That's the safe place to trade. When you trade from there, you're safe. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for that, Swazel. All right. Anyone else? Anyone else with a question? Something wasn't clear. And there's some other features to the system, ladies and gentlemen, which I did not go over. One of my favorites is the scanner down here that says blue line H&H scanner, right? Horseshoe and hammer nades. This is the 2 of 3 scanner. And this is a very powerful scanner that analyzes S&P, NAS, and US 30 as one and gives you a heads up on where the market is going. There's going to be, there's training on this as well, but this is super fantastic where you kind of have an idea of what's going on with US 30, how it's being impacted by NAS and S&P, and so forth, right? And you could trade these as one. I love trading them. These assets are amazing. They just bought up, but see, they sold on aggressively, and we're expecting a sell-off, right? We're expecting not a sell-off, but we're expecting some selling this evening. That's my expectation based on what's going on and based on the time frame. So let's look out for those guys. Go for some 1 minute and some 1 minute, 5 minute sell stops to the US 30 5-minute blue line. Right now it's above its 1 minute blue line. If you go back to the scanner, you'll see that these two are red. NAS and S&P is red on the 1 minute. The US 30 is green on the 1 minute. It's also green on the 5 minute. And the S&P and NAS are red on the 5 minute. What does that mean? That means that US 30 is most likely going to make its way to its 1 minute blue line, and it's going to make its way to its 5 minute blue line. If you look at the distance from where it is now to the 5 minute blue line, you see that there's a lot of movement for it to go down. So you could be making money on either SPX or NAS or US 30 as the US 30 is making its way to its blue line. How do you do that? You make sure that you look on S&P for any 1 minute sell stop. You look on NAS for any 1 minute sell stops. Whenever you see any 1 minute sell stops develop on these two assets, you jump in because US 30 is already going down, which means the other two are going to be going down with it. Okay, so once you see a 1 minute sell stop, this is your cheat sheet to tell you that, guys, guess what? Make sure you're taking your 1 minute and your 5 minute sell stops because NAS and S&P are already below their 1 minute and 5 minute sell blue lines, and US 30 is going to go to its 1 minute and 5 minute blue line or towards it. Doesn't mean it's going to touch it, but it's going to go towards it. So if it does go in this direction, which it generally does 99% of the time, then once you see a sell stop on NAS, once you see a sell stop on SPX or US 30, jump into that sell stop. You can make money. All right. All right. This is probably the safest trade in the safe trade system, the 2 of 3. Okay.
Free
and
money,
right
free
now I
money.
just showed you. Free money. You're right. Because these two are already red on the 1 minute, red on the 5 minute, and US 30 is still green on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. So you have a lot of time to just come and simply sit with it and wait for it to change. Wait for this to change from 3 reds and then a little blob of green and then 2 reds here. Once you have that, you're now ready to take. Here it is. Here's one right here. This one occurred earlier. 3 reds, a green, and 2 reds. When it went up, boom, it went down. Okay? So once you see that setup, even if you see the market looks like it's going up, it's going to come back down because of this scanner right here. This is telling you what's really going on. So this helps you to know, don't jump into no buy, believe it's going to be some big buy. The market is really in a sell. Notice it's been a sell mode all day, right? It went back up, right? And it came back down again, okay? And so I'm expecting that this will turn again. And when it does, that's your permission to go ahead and take your sales, all right? All right. So give you some little extra stuff, right? And but that's for my intermediate level, advanced level people. The basic scanner for our beginners, you just click my scanner right here. And USD CHF 1 minute sell stop. Just jump over there, right? Let's go look for it. USD CHF 1 minute sell stop. See, it's already nicely set up for us. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame. Beautifully set up, right? Nice setup, nice setup. You'll be putting in the entrance. Practice trade already won. You could see the red candle went down already, right? Because you were, aggressive. Swazel, you'd have tried to have jumped into the trade above the yellow line, right? So
That's right.
So you'd have been in the trade already. Okay, all right. And see down here where it's perfectly lined up. Okay, perfectly lined up. 3 red lines, 1, 2, 3, and you see the histogram bars turn from red to green. This stayed red. Oh, see, you see, went on even more. Tashana, do you see what's going here? You see what's happening here, Tashana? Right? Can you see it? Can you see this? Can you see that happening live in front of you? Okay.
Boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka. Tashana, are you seeing what's going up? This is money, you know. This is money. These two, from right here to right here, that's some money. Okay? Because, that's why people in our community will earn, like, in half an hour, we'll make like $3,000 to $4,000. All right? So, this is not a playtime. This is some real money time for us. And I know, by next year, this time, a number of us are going to be having earned over $1 million. All right? I know that for a fact that a number of us will do that. You can choose to be with us or just watch us. You could just watch us make a lot of money and talk about what we're doing and tell your friends that we're making a lot of money over here. Or you could join us and we do it together, right? Hopefully you join us so we do it together, right? Because we're not playing. We're not playing, all right? We're not playing, all right? We're not playing. I'm speaking Jamaican for you today. We're not playing. We're not playing. We're not playing. We're not here to play. We're here to make money. And the system is definitely helping us to achieve that. We just saw a sell trade win. The system called it out. You guys saw this live. All right. It was USD Chef, USD CHF, and then these two candles went down. Right. You guys saw that. Okay. And Swazel would have been in up here, right up here. Right up here. Swazel would have been in up here, not down here under the yellow line. She'd be up in it above it. Right? Because she's an aggressive trader, right? So you'd have jumped in above the yellow line. All right. All right. Sweet times that we're involved in. Tashana is your friend, Claudine. All right. All right then, cool. All right. Any questions from anybody else? You could tell I'm having fun, right? And trading has become easy and simple and just wonderful. So I'm very grateful.
Dr. Harry, if you don't mind, some people might be seeing that blue line and think that all blue lines are created equal, but this blue line was specifically designed by the developer and it is a special blue line on the safety trade system. So not all blue lines on every platform is the same blue line. This is a special blue line that works with the H&H scanner for all 3 indices, which is super awesome. Love it.
Yeah. And there's a scanner coming for BTC Ethereum and also USD CHF, okay? And this morning I picked up something, Bridget, with DXY. Man, right? DXY is the dollar index. Some of you may know it, some of you may not. But once you see, let's go to the 5 minute, this is 1 minute, right? Once you see a setup here, on your, in this case, there's a buy. You can see this buy right here, right? You can see this buy right here, right here. Green, green, red, green, right? This is a buy right here, right? You can put,
New safety trade alert.
you see a buy right here, right? You see a buy right here. See a buy right here. If you go to AUD USD, what do you think you're going to see?
A buy.
You're going to see the opposite. A
Oh, the
sell.
opposite. Okay.
Yeah, because USD is on the back end of it, right?
So the dollar index moves opposite to the AUD.
Yes, because the dollar is the USD. DXY is the USD.
At the back end then, right, exactly. Okay.
Right. So EUR USD, what do you think is going to happen to it? Because the dollar index went up, EUR USD what? Goes down.
Goes down.
What do you think happened to GBP USD?
Same.
What do you think happened to NZD USD?
Same.
What do you think happened to USD CAD? Goes up because USD is in the front. Right? USD SHIB went up. You could see them. You could see them happening at the same spot. If I was to put a vertical line, I hope the vertical line will carry forward to every time I touch something else. So let's click DXY. No, the vertical line gone. But the bottom line, guys, is that, man, this system is simply amazing. Amazing, right? Amazing, right? Where you could look at DXY, call out a trade on DXY, which is the dollar index. You know DXY is set to do a buy. And once DXY is going to buy, the DXY is like the dog that wags the tail. US dollar. DXY means US dollar. That's all it really means. And it's an index against the major peers, right? So it's one index versus the major peers. So this one index tells you what the others are going to do. So AUD, whenever dollar index is going up, and if you put it on a 1 hour time frame, and just come and look for a 1 hour trade. All right, let me see if we find a 1 hour trade anywhere. All right, but we could see these candles going up here on the 1 hour time frame. And if we go to AUDSD on the 1 hour time frame, what did they do? They came down. You could see that, right? Because I just shifted from DXY, right, to DXY shows 3 green candles going up, and then these bunch there. Go back to AUD/USD, Australian dollar versus US dollar. 3 red candles going down, and then a bunch there. Go to Euro/USD. 3 red candles going down, and the rest are bunched here. Go to GBP/USD. All right? These are 4 red candles going down, the rest are bunched here. Go to NZD/USD. 3 red candles going down, the rest bunched here. Go to USD CAD. You see the green going up, the rest of the candles are bunched here. Go to USD SHIB. You can see the candles going up, and the rest are bunched here. Go to USD JPY. You can see them going up, the rest of them bunched here. So guys, I'm just giving you money. Just simply have a system. It tells you when there's going to be a buyer and a sell on DXY, and then you could go and take your trades on the currency pairs.
Let me join you with that there, Harry. I see some option trading coming out of this as well.
Hey, you see, this system is boss, right? And then this morning, I won this trade. This was so nice. This one here. Do you see this USD SHIB trade? Buy. This, I call this out with the system. This buy right here. Boom. Right? This was, it was 31 pips. Right? I didn't catch all of it, but I caught some. But it went all the way up to 44 pips. Right? And the system called it out, this news candle. This was a news candle right here, just before the news. Okay, on USD SHIB. The system said red fall of a CHF. I look for it, wait for the USD SHIB, put in my order, boom. Man, this system is just wonderful. So I'm very grateful for it, guys. Go ahead and get yours if you do not yet have it. And I see my friend out there. I'm not going to bother you today if you don't want me to bother you. But I see a name that I really like, this lady. She's a wonderful lady. She's on here with us today. And whatever she's ready to say, a shout out. You know, you have a unique name, right? I'm not going to call her name, right? I'll leave her alone. But, you know, Moti. I'll leave it at that. All right. Moti. All right. All right. Me, Moti, right? But you know what I'm talking about, right, B? So really wonderful that I saw her on here taking trading with us. And You know, it's just wonderful. We have the best system in the world, all right? Everybody needs to know. Everybody needs to know. All right, cool. Any questions from anybody else? Because we're gonna close this off. We're over the time we should spend, invest with each other, not spend, but we invested some time with each other, and we are over that time. Anyone else? All right, so I think we're satisfied, everybody, in terms of understanding what we do and how it works. And welcome tomorrow. We have a presentation again, same time, guys. Don't miss it. 4 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Thursday, and Saturday at the same time, and Sunday at 5 p.m. We do not do a presentation on Fridays, but we're here every day supporting each other, helping each other to understand the system and becoming better and better, right? So I know some of you caught that DXY stuff, and some of you are going to kill it. Some of you are going to crush the DXY. You know, it's this morning, Mr. Aaron Maddox on the class. I was on the 9 a.m. New York session with our master trader, and he brought up DXY, and then he just quickly showed it to us. And once he showed it to us, I was like, what? You know, I didn't even think about it, you know, because I knew about it, DXY before, but I just didn't think about looking at DXY alone and then being able to trade any one of these other currency pairs. You can put in like trades on autotrader, right? You know, knowing what's going to happen. You don't have to go and look for setups on all of them. Look for setups on DXY alone, right? Right now, see DXY just set up a 1 minute sell, right? This is a 1 minute sell, but look for the 15 minute, right? Learn to master the 15-minute chart. That's the chart you need to look for on the 1 hour. All right, 15 minutes on the 1 hour. All right, 15 minutes on the 1 hour. Those are the charts you look for. All right. Enough talking, enough blabbing my mouth. All right, thank you very much for showing up, everybody. Love and appreciate you all. And we will see you guys tomorrow. And get back to the person who invited you to be here, and they'll give you the link to sign up. It's only $168 for an affiliate and $599 for the product. Safety trade system, or you know, whichever combination you want. We have different combinations for different types of people. All right. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dr. Harriet. Good job.
You're welcome.
Let's go.
Let's grow. You're welcome.